Hey Rain Rebels, so let's continue on with our acne series, and this time we're talking about how skin cells are involved in the formation of acne. So what you may not have realized before or even thought about is that we have skin cells on the outside of our pores, but also on the inside of our pores. Both should slough off on their own, but unfortunately that doesn't always happen. So dead skin cells on the outside of the pore are ones that we typically remove with a facial scrub or a washcloth, simply washing our face. Sometimes there's a manual exfoliation tool like electronic brush, those sorts of things. But the cells on the dead skin cells on the outside of the pores are generally the ones that are, not really a big problem. They're easy to access, and they generally, remove and move along when the time is right. Now, the skin cells inside of our pores are a bit trickier to reach, and we generally need to deep clean our skin and get a little bit of help from topical products to reach them. So let's talk about some of the reasons why dead skin cells end up being a bit of a problem and end up leading to the formation of acne. So the first thing we need to talk about is the keratin in our skin and the skin cells themselves. So keratin is a potent protein that sticks cells together. Super important function because this is what literally keeps our skin cells together, right? We want this to happen. So if you picture a brick house, the keratin is the mortar in between the bricks, and the bricks are our skin cells. Keep that in mind as we continue through this video. The reason that this mortar or keratin ends up being a problem for acne-prone skin is that there's an excess of keratin, so too much mortar, which means the dead skin cells, the fallen away bricks, can't actually exit the pores. They end up getting stuck and an accumulation of them happens. So a big accumulation of bricks ends up inside the pores and they don't exit the pore. As you can imagine, this creates a big problem. So too much mortar or keratin is a problem, right? We have established that. The other compounding issue that acne-prone skin types have is not only do they have too much mortar, they have too many bricks. So acne-prone skin types are aggravated, their skin is aggravated by the rapid growth of skin cells. And so when we have too much mortar and our skin is rapidly producing too many bricks, aka skin cells, you can imagine that we don't just have one problem. We have two, and we don't have to we can't just tackle, too much mortar of a problem because we still have too many bricks too. We have to tackle them both. Okay, so let's talk about tackling the too much mortar first, too much keratin, that side of the equation. There's also other compounding factors to this situation besides just the bricks and the mortar. It's also the area that the bricks and the mortar are trying to travel through. But let's just start where we can start. So for this video, let's talk about the mortar and the bricks. We'll start there. So with the mortar, one thing that can help is fruit enzymes. So fruit enzymes are superstar ingredients when dealing with this sticky cell situation, aka like a clump of mortar and bricks inside our pores. Because fruit enzymes can literally digest that mortar, the excess mortar that are keeping all those bricks stuck together. So there's a lot of skincare formulas that have fruit enzymes in them, but As you know, I can't go over every brand and every product that might work for this, but what I can tell you is the formulas in the Grounded Sage line that have the most potent amount of fruit enzymes. So if they'll be posted on the screen, but if you are listening to this on audio, you're not looking at the screen, the ones that I've included here are our Congestion Protection AHA Mist. That's definitely the highest. It's a toner, a leave-on toner. Just put it on after you wash your face and before any other products. Next up is the Green Tea and Pineapple Cleanser, the Pumpkin Facial Mask, which you can use as an overnight cream, like a night cream, or a weekly overnight treatment. It's good for that too. Our Pure or More Gel Cleanser. So the first cleanser I mentioned, the Green Tea and Pineapple, is a cream cleanser. The Pure or More is a gel, an aloe-based gel cleanser. And then lastly is the Vitamin C Serum that has probiotics in it too, which as we go through this series, you'll find out that probiotics are something that can really help acne-prone skin too, and we'll get into the reasons why later. So we talked about the keratin, the too much mortar in this situation. Let's talk about too many bricks, an accumulation of dead skin cells getting stuck inside the pores. How can we help that situation besides just trying to kind of break up the mortar that might be sticking them together? The other thing we can do is add a hydrating step to our skincare routine. And the reason why that's helpful is because lubricated, aka well-hydrated skin, allows your skin to push oils through the pores unhindered. So it makes moving dead skin cells through that channel easier when everything is well hydrated, well lubricated. And the other piece of that is that when you have a hydrating routine, generally you're looking at anti-inflammatory botanicals, and that brings down inflammation, which means that if you can picture your skin being inflamed, your pores have less room for things to travel through, right? Your skin is just puffed up, it's sore, right? We want everything relaxed, we want everything calm, so everything can move out to the surface of the skin where it can be washed off and on its way so it doesn't cause any problems. Now, the best hydrator for acne-prone skin in the Grounded Sage lineup is the Acne and Oil Balancing Facial Mask. So this mask helps reduce congestion, all the things we just talked about, by using the power of green clay to help pull out impurities from the pores, aka give a helping hand to the oils that are trying to push through your skin out to the surface. It also helps to digest some of that excess mortar, aka keratin, with the help of vitamin C, which is a fruit enzyme. And then it also has aloe vera to lubricate the pores, help your skin stay hydrated, so those excess bricks can move along and get out of your pores. So a lot of folks like to use this as their hydrator, so not just like as a mask and then wash it off. A lot of our customers, what they'll do is they will wash their face and they'll put on a thin layer of the acne mask, and then they'll put their moisturizer and their makeup on right over top, which is totally a-okay.